Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy SurgicalSnipes, and I am back at it again with another Diablo Immortal video. In this video, I'm going to be explaining the best ways to the best Demon Hunter Paragon trees that you should be what's it called? You should be putting on the best way to spend your Paragon tree points as a Demon Hunter, as far as for balance and to maximize your damage and armor penetration. So this is the Paragon trees that I'm running right now currently. For those who don't know what Paragon is, Paragon trees, they are these extra, they're the trees that give you extra attribute stats at the end game after you beat the story. So these are Paragon trees right here. Right, we have Vanquisher, Survivor, Treasure Hunter, Gladiator, Soldier, and Mastermind, and they all go up to 100 points. So each time you level up in your Paragon, if you look at my character on the top left hand side here, or if I click on my bag, underneath my name it says level 60. So levels 1 through 60 highlighted in yellow, that is going to be the story mode pretty much. And then once you pass the story, you enter the end game, which is pretty much when you start hitting your Paragon points, highlighted in purple. So as soon as you hit the end game, you start leveling up, and now you'll start getting these purple numbers, you know, starting with Paragon level 1 all the way up to, I believe, Paragon level 600, Paragon 600, because there's 6 Paragon trees. So I'm making this video currently when I just hit Paragon 240, and Paragon 240 is a very important level to get to, because it represents being eligible to start competing in or start playing in Hell Difficulty 5. As you can see, I'm in Hell Difficulty 5 now. I just unlocked it. It's the highest difficulty in the game so far. I would like to show you guys the different types of Paragon levels, but I gotta be in West March for that. So let me go to West March real quick here. Just so I can show you the what I'm talking about here with the Paragon, with the levels and all that. Alright, so we're heading into West March right now. Okay, so we're gonna go here, and yeah, so we're here in West March. You have to go to West March to change your difficulty level. So as you can see, I'm in Hell 5. It drops equipment for Paragons levels 240 to 600. So this is the highest difficulty. Real quick, normal mode is pretty much the story, and then Hell 1's pretty much Paragon 1 through 60, Paragon levels 1 through 60. Hell 2 is Paragons level 30 to 130. Hell 3 is Paragon 80 to 210. Hell 3 is Paragon 80 to 210. Hell 4 is Paragons 150 to 300, and of course Hell 5 is between Paragons 240 and 600. Alright, if you notice here, let's say let's say Hell 4 for example. It says it goes up to Paragon 300, but you don't have to be Paragon 300 to start Hell 5. You can start Paragon. You can start Hell 5 at Paragon 240. So, anyways, that's an idea on the Paragon system. We're gonna go be heading down back to Wardham, just because Wartham is like pretty much, I think, has the coolest song in the whole game, pretty much. Anyways, all right. So, what do you do when you're hitting Paragon levels? Every time you level up, you're gonna get a Paragon point. So you would, as soon as you hit a level, let's say you hit Paragon level 1, you would click on Paragon here, and you have these Paragon trees. So each Paragon tree has a specific set of skills and attributes, abilities and attributes that you can activate, and they cost Paragon points. So the higher your Paragon, the more Paragon points you have, the more points you can spend in completing these Paragon trees. What are the trees here? So we have Vanquisher, Survivor, Treasure Hunter, Gladiator, Soldier, and Mastermind. 6 Paragon trees. So 100 in each tree. So 100 levels per tree. So we're looking at Paragon 600 should be the maximum number of levels you should get in this game. It should go up to Paragon 600 if I'm doing my math correctly. Right, 6 trees, 100 points each, that's 600. So I believe the maximum Paragon level you can get currently is 600. Maybe that's what it is, maybe that's what it isn't, I don't know, but I think that's what it is. It makes sense. If they add more Paragon trees in the future, maybe the Paragon maximum Paragon levels will go up. Alright, but before I start explaining the best Paragon tree setup for Demon Hunters, keep in mind that I believe this helps, at least 75% of it should apply to mostly all classes, if I'm not mistaken. Right, you're going to want to put 54 points on Treasure Hunter and 63 points on Gladiator for whatever class that you're in, because these 2 Paragon trees help out so much with your progression, right? Like Treasure Hunter helps with you having the ability to equip more, not equip, but it helps with your farming. This is pretty much the farming tree. So this would help you out and give you abilities that are geared towards more farming. For example, here, this ability here called Swift Learner. It says 50% more experience gained from defeating elite monsters. So they're called specialization skills. Another one here is Gold Find. 50% extra gold from monsters in outdoor areas. This one here is Treasure Find. 50% increased equipment drop rate from elite monsters in outdoor areas, which is the big one here for the Treasure Hunter Paragon tree. And then another one here is called Lucky. 50% increased globe drop rate from monsters in outdoor areas. And then at the end of the Paragon tree here, the specialization skill is called Greed. Increases the bonuses granted by Treasure Find and Lucky from 50% to 75%. So that's what it is there. Paragon trees have also extra attributes, stats, bonus attribute stats that you can start increasing, right? So you can go for more armor, more potency, more damage, more resistance, and more life. So pretty much the player that has the higher Paragon tree has definitely more stats, more attribute stats, and specialization skills than a person just starting off, just starting with their Paragon. So keep that in mind. So that's the Treasure Hunter. And then I'm going to go over Gladiator because these two trees are pretty much the two most important trees in the whole game. One is for farming, which we just covered, which is Treasure Hunter, and this one's called Gladiator. Gladiator, you're going to get bonus attribute stats like armor penetration, potency, life, resistance. You're going to get some, you're going to get another life node here, and then some more damage here because, and armor, because you need this for the battlegrounds, for PvP. Alright, but even more importantly, the specialization skills that you're going to get from this is very important. So you're going to get a skill called Uncontrollable. When struck by an effect which causes loss of control of your character, you are immune. Cannot occur more often than once every 30 seconds. So a very important skill. This helps with CC. You know, when you get hit by loss of control, you'll become immune. So you at least have one chance to not let the status effect affect your character. So very important skill to have. You always want to be activating Gladiator when you're running battlegrounds. This is the battleground Paragon tree. Okay, so, and you always want to make sure you activate it, because if you don't activate it, let's see. Okay, so I can't just deactivate it. I have to activate another Paragon tree. That way it's active. See, so that's how you activate it. Keep in mind that when you activate a Paragon tree, let's say you have multiple points, right? Let's say you have a lot of Paragon points already. You're like Paragon 50, Paragon 100, and you have multiple points to spread out already. So you're gonna have different trees. So keep in mind when you activate a Paragon tree, it will highlight to indicate that it's active. For example, you have two indicators, right? Treasure Hunter just turned green. The Paragon tree Treasure Hunter just turned green. That means that it's active. As you can see, it's all active because there's a visual confirmation that it's green. Also, on the top right hand side of the screen here, it says active with a check mark. So that's two indicators telling you that the Paragon tree is active. Keep in mind that, for example, here when it says damage here on the bottom, it says permanent attributes. Once learned, this attribute bonus is always applied to your character. Now, what does that mean? That means that if you go on Gladiator, even though Gladiator, even let's say you want to activate Gladiator. Now Gladiator is active. Just because Gladiator is active doesn't mean that these stats, these bonus attribute stats like damage, potency, armor, resistance, they're still applied to your character because these are permanent attributes. Okay, I see a lot of people, a lot of new players, they get confused by this. They think that if they activate one tree that they're not going to get their extra bonus attribute stats. No. These are permanent attributes. They're always going to stay with your character. What's going to change though are the specialization skills. Okay, the specialization skills are what change. These are the ones that you're activating when you activate a Paragon tree. For example, I'm going to activate Treasure Hunter again. Okay, so Swift Learner is a specialization skill on the bottom. See? So once learned, activating the Treasure Hunter specialization will apply this skill's bonus. So, long story short, every time you activate a Paragon tree, you're going to activate its specialization skills. If you deactivate a Paragon tree, let's say I switch from Treasure Hunter to Gladiator, now I get the specialization skills Uncontrollable, Quick-Witted, Cheat Death activated. So now these are active, whereas my Treasure Hunter specialization skills are not active. So Greed is not active, Treasure Find is not active, Gold Find is not active, and Swift Learner isn't active. So Keep in mind that when you activate a Paragon tree, you get permanent attributes that will always be applied to your character, no matter which Paragon tree is active, and you have specialization skills that become active only when you activate the specific Paragon tree that the specialization skill is in, if that makes sense. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is, first I'm going to go over a quick review of each Paragon tree, right? We have Vanquisher, Survivor, Treasure Hunter, Gladiator, Soldier, and Mastermind. So quickly I'm going to show you what each one is going to do, and you're going to get all of them eventually, but by going through this this path up to Hell 5, you know, your 240 your first 240 Paragon points as a Demon Hunter, and also for this applies to all classes for Treasure Hunter and Gladiator. You're gonna be able to min-max your character. I believe this is the best way to progress your character up to the beginning of Hell 5, up to Paragon 240. So real quick, let's check out what these Paragon trees do. You know, what does Vanquisher do? What does Survivor do? What does Treasure Hunter, Gladiator, Soldier, and Mastermind do? Some of them are pretty self-explanatory, right? Like Survivor, that's going to give you more life. Treasure Hunter is going to help out with your farming, you know, for increased drop rates, supposedly. Gladiator is going to help you with your battleground. Vanquisher is going to help you out in your challenge rifts and open world farming. Actually, no, just challenge rifts, because you don't want to use open world. You don't want to use Vanquisher for your open world farming. You want to use Treasure Hunter. And Soldier, Mastermind could help with the warband or raids. Let's see, Mastermind being this helps more like when you're in a party. Like yeah, this is for the raids. Masterminds for raids, I believe. Find weakness. It says here, while your party has members from 4 different classes, your attacks have a 5% chance to make bosses vulnerable for 3 seconds. So this is the raids Paragon tree. You want to activate that when you're doing raids. Vanquisher, you're gonna get specialization skills like Zeal. For each monster you defeat, your attack speed increases by 0.5% for 6 seconds. So this is great for challenge rifts. You know, another one is Wrath. For each monster you defeat, your damage done increases 0.5% for 6 seconds. So this Zeal increases your attack speed every time you defeat a monster. Wrath increases your damage done every time you defeat a monster. So Vanquisher is good for challenge rifts. Survivor, you're going to get specialization skills that help with your survivability, as the Paragon tree suggests. So your first one you're going to get is called Unyielding. For every 10% of missing life, you take less damage. So you take 1.2% less damage each time you get hit, pretty much, of 10% missing life. So this helps out with you taking less damage, pretty much. How about this one, Escape Artist? Whenever you drop below 30% life, you gain 35% increased movement speed. You can move unhindered through monsters for 6 seconds. So this pretty much gives you bonuses each time you're getting hurt. And it has 2 life nodes here that would help with your HP, increasing your HP slots, your HP stats. So that's Survivor. Treasure Hunter, as I explained already. Treasure Hunter is the go-to farming Paragon tree. You always want to activate Treasure Hunter when you're open world farming. Gladiator is the battleground PvP tree. You always want to have this active to what's it called? Have your best chance of surviving in the battleground right? You're gonna get great specialization skills like Uncontrollable, which pretty much gives you one strike against getting hit with a status effect. It shields you from a status effect, getting hit with like getting slowed, getting chilled. So it gives you that one chance of not getting hit by that. Cheat Death is like pretty much the best one in the whole tree. Pretty much gives you a second life. It says here, fatal attacks from players instead reduce you to 1 life, while making you immune to damage and stunning you for 3 seconds. After 3 seconds, you recover to 60% life. So you pretty much get a second life. If the enemy, if your opponent takes you down to 1 HP, you pretty much will lose control of your character for 3 seconds. A purple shield will be surrounding your character, and you'll be invincible or invulnerable to damage for 3 seconds. So you can have the whole team attacking you, but while you're in that purple shield, you're not gonna die. And you get 60% of your health back. So it's pretty much a second life. It's the best specialization skill. It's the best specialization skill in Gladiator when you're going in the battlegrounds. Okay, so Soldier, what does that do? Hold formation. It says each party within 15 yards reduces the damage you take by 2.5%. I don't think this is really that worth it. Combat Veteran, battle morale can now stack up to 8 times, and the cooldown of first aid is reduced to 180 seconds. I think Soldier is the worst Paragon tree out of all of them, because it's really specialization skills that you really don't need, you know. Maybe somebody might argue with me on this, but like this is like pretty much the most troll one right here. Sacrifice. Your death grants 15% additional damage reduction to all party members within 15 yards for 6 seconds. I don't think these specialization skills aren't as good as the other ones. So in my opinion, Soldier is the worst Paragon tree when it comes to activating specialization skills. And of course, Mastermind, as I explained earlier, this is for your raids, right? This is pretty much the best one, I think. Find weakness. Your attacks have a 5% chance to make bosses vulnerable for 3 seconds. So you do more damage to your bosses, right? The raid bosses, or the open world bosses, I believe. So that's an explanation of a brief explanation to what each Paragon tree does. But yeah, let me show you guys as far as Demon Hunter is concerned, and the first 2 Paragon trees you want to start working on, no matter what class you are. So on the top here, it's gonna say here, on the top where it says available points, to the left there's gonna be a refresh icon right there. So to the left of available points, you're gonna want to click on that refresh icon there. And what I'm gonna do here is reset my Paragon points. You get 1 free reset per week. It says here, are you sure you want to reset your Paragon points? You get 1 free reset per week. So let's say you mess up and you wanna try this whole thing all over again. Let's say you prioritize the wrong Paragon tree or something, and you made a mistake, or you just want to try something different. You're gonna click here, and then you're gonna want to reset your Paragon points. So I'm gonna hit OK, and there it goes. It says all Paragon points are reset. So as you can see on the top right there, I have 240 Paragon points to spend. So I'm gonna first show you guys the Paragon points that you want to start maxing out first for any class, and then I'm gonna show you, my opinion, the best points to be spending on. The best points to be spending as a Demon Hunter, prioritizing damage, armor penetration, those attributes, those type of attributes. So anyways, first you're gonna want to go with Gladiator. because Gladiator is for battlegrounds, which is like pretty much the most important mode in the game, in my opinion. Some people don't really care about battleground because it's very pay to win. But since I'm a competitive player in battlegrounds, I have to have this on first. So this is what you do first. You want to first put your first 5 points on the first one here. You want to put 5 points on armor penetration. Then you want to get the uncontrollable specialization skill. Then see, now you have 2 choices to go up or down. You can either go down for more potency or go up for more life. Okay, the correct way to do it is you want to go up for more life. That way you can start unlocking the other specialization skills that are more useful early on. So I'm going to put 5 points on life here. I'm going to max out the life. Going to get the quick-witted skill. Going to get all the resistance here. Alright, that unlocks the life node. So we're going to unlock all of that. Alright, now I'm going to unlock Cheat Death, which is the most important skill to learn to get that second life. Alright, so we got Cheat Death, and now we're going to put the rest on damage. Because you want to be able to deal more damage. Alright, and that'll put my total assigned points in the Gladiator to 63. And that's the standard. You know, that's the standard points assignment that you're going to want to allot your points to in the beginning. Alright, next one, you're going to want to do your farming. You can either pick Treasure Hunter first or Gladiator first, right? So, Treasure Hunter here, this is your farming Paragon tree. So, we're going to start with the first one, which is armor. You want to max out the armor. Then you're going to want to unlock Swift Learner. Now you want to max out the damage. So we're going to put 15 points on damage. Alright, so this is where you have to be careful when it gives you the chance to go up or down. Well, I do want to get Gold Find, so I'm going to click on Gold Find. I do want to get I want to get Greed and Treasure Find, so it's okay to hit and get the armor penetration. Armor pen. Got the armor pen. Now that allows us to pick up Greed to get that 75% extra bonus for Treasure Find and Lucky. So we're gonna get Greed. So now we're gonna go back here. We're gonna go up now and fill out the resistance. And that will give us our last skill that we need to get, which is Treasure Find. Alright, you don't want to go down here and potency and lucky and all that stuff. You don't need that yet. You pretty much need the Greed, the Treasure Find, and the Gold Find. Alright, so that's 54 points. So this is the standard here that everybody uses. For the most part, almost every Diablo player is going to tell you that these are the first 2 trees that you should be getting done, as far as to have balance. And you're going to be switching and alternating pretty much from Treasure Hunter to Gladiator most of the time. Alright, so the rest are going to be for Demon Hunters first and foremost, but it could apply to other classes as well, because I'm going to be just pretty much maximizing all the damage nodes in each tree. So let's start with Vanquisher first, because that's the first one. So Vanquisher, you have 2 choices, right? You can either pick potency or damage. I want to prioritize damage. So Vanquisher has 2 damage nodes here. and we want to max those out. So you want to go to the fastest path towards getting damage. So we'll start here with damage. You're gonna put 5 points on that, on damage. You're gonna get your zeal, and now you have 25 points to spend on damage. So we're gonna max that all out. There we go. And before I continue, I'm gonna continue on my objective of unlocking the most damage. So what else gives me damage? Let's see here. Soldier can give me damage. Now keep in mind with the Soldier Paragon tree, don't make the same mistake I made. Do not click on hold formation. Okay, I clicked on hold formation first, and I wasted a Paragon point. What you want to do is go on. Actually, I'm sorry. You have to you have to click on hold formation because resistance currently is I'm getting confused with Soldier and Mastermind, I think. But yeah, hold formation. You need to unlock it to begin the Paragon tree, right? Because everything else is locked, right? Resistance is locked, life is locked. So you're gonna want to first get hold formation, and now do not click life. You want to click on resistance, because what's underneath resistance? Damage node. Damage node. So you want to click on resistance and put your points there. Alright, then now you want to go down and click on damage and just maximize the damage here. We're prioritizing damage here, fellas. It's all about the damage, you know. You gotta be a heavy hitter in this game if you want to survive. So now you can stop there. So you're gonna stop with 31 points on Soldier. Now let's go to Mastermind. See, Mastermind, that's what I was getting confused with, right? Because you have two choices here. You have potency or resistance. If you notice, if you click on potency, it's way farther to get to damage than it is to resistance. You see how far that is? So you're gonna want to go with resistance first, not potency. And you're gonna maximize the 10 points on resistance. You're gonna have to activate mutual defense here. And there we have it. We have unlocked another damage node. So let's activate all of the points. That's 20 points. Alright, so now that we unlocked all the damage that you can from Mastermind, so we got 31 points on Mastermind, 31 points on Soldier, 63 on Gladiator, 54 on Treasure Hunter. Now, you have two choices now. I maximized all the damage nodes already that are available to me, right? That are closest to me. Now, I'm going to recommend Vanquisher. I just was running Survivor on my last Paragon because I want to continue to try and get more damage, right? But it's at the very end of the Paragon tree. You see, at the very end, right? You have to start all the way here at life and go all the way to damage, which is okay, right? There's nothing wrong with that. It's just gonna take you a long time to start getting those extra damage points. So you could go that route while getting more life in the process, or you can do what I'm gonna do now here and go back to Vanquisher and put your remaining points on armor penetration, on armor pen, because armor pen helps with damage also, right? It's helping out your attack, right? You're penetrating through the enemy's armor. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be focusing on armor penetration here and getting this armor penetration node out of the way, because that way this gives us more armor pen. So I'm gonna click on Wrath, unlock Wrath, and put 25 points on armor penetration. Alright, so I'm gonna click on that here. Alright, so I have a full armor pen node complete, which makes my character stronger. Now I have 4 available points left. Now you can start on your survivor tree. Actually, wait a minute. Is there another path towards armor penetration? There might be. Yes, there is. It's in the soldier Paragon tree. So let me just make sure there's nothing on Mastermind. Actually, there is on Mastermind also. Right, Mastermind gives you 15. You can spend 15 Paragon points on armor penetration on Mastermind, but on Soldier, you can spend up to 20. So it gives you more points. So this is why I'm choosing to go with Soldier to begin my armor penetration, my armor pen, to increase my armor pen bonus attributes. Okay, so I'm gonna go on battle morale, and then now I can start working on my 20 armor pen points, which is gonna take a while to get to. So there we go. See, and there you have it. Those are all my points that I have spent up to Paragon 240. I believe this is the most balanced setup that you can do as a demon hunter, and your 54 treasure hunter points and 63 gladiator points is standard for every class. You should be running that. Okay, now keep in mind, once I reach more Paragon levels, let's say I hit Paragon 300 or 275 or something around those lines, I can always reset my Paragon points. That way, once I do have enough points, I can go back to Survivor, clear all this out, and if I want to continue just working on damage, I can always just do that once I have enough Paragon points. And I'll pretty much be sacrificing my armor penetration and going back to just damage to get these 25 damage nodes here done. Okay, either way, once it's all said and done, once you hit Paragon 600, all your Paragon trees are going to be 100 out of 100. But if you do it like this, if you prioritize damage, and if you prioritize armor penetration, I believe that is the best way to go to make you a heavy hitter. And if you prioritize getting treasure hunter, the first 54 points, that's going to help you out a lot with your farming, and 63 points on gladiator, that's going to help you out a lot in your PvP battleground experience. So that's my take on the Paragon trees. Let me know if you guys think I made a mistake. Maybe I should have put some more points on Survivor. But yeah, this is my opinion on the best Paragon tree setup up to the beginning of Hell 5, which is Paragon 240. And yeah, that's the Paragon, the good old Paragon explanation. A Paragon tree setup up to Paragon 240 at the start of Hell 5. All right, so that's gonna be it for this video. Let me know what y'all think. Hope this helps. It's your boy SurgicalSnipes, and I'll see you in the next one.